In a cold stretch offensively, they desperately need a basket.
Beyond the arc. Lynn's shot is off.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
The shot by Cauley-Stein, no good. For Charlotte, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. And it's Walker penetrating. That's good from Jefferson on the assist by Walker. 16 points for Al Jefferson.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Beasley for 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Jefferson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Walker with it. There's a screen by Hansbrough. Shoots off the screen. Sacramento grabs the miss. Cauley-Stein's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Beasley for 3. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 3 assists in the game. Hornets trail by 10. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Walker's shot is off. Sacramento's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
You know, that's hard to explain that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
Charlotte making a switch here. Collison's out there. The Hornets have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Screen by Jefferson. Outside, Walker off the screen. Again, the miss by Walker.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's on Al Jefferson.
Last season for Danny Granger, more injury woes. One of the premier small forwards in the game. At one point, his knees just haven't recovered. Really hard to watch him play the way he's able to play now.
Getting back to Danny Granger, you're talking about a guy who was throwing down 25 points a game back in the day. Last season, just 6 points a game. He didn't have enough left to help Miami make up for even some of the loss of LeBron.
Well, and he played in only 30 games last year, which unbelievably was the most he's had in 4 years. It's really tragic.
It's rebounded by Charlotte. Outside, Walker. Hansbrough setting the pick for Walker. The kick out to Collison. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. And that's 18 points for Darren Collison.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Hansbrough against Beasley. They set the pick. Back to Granger. Clock at 6. In the corner, it's McDermott. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Here's Batum. Excellent D there from Beasley.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Hornets trail by 11. And here's Walker. There's a screen by Hansbrough. Inside, here's Jefferson. Oh!
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Excellent team play there on the pick, and then he rips it down.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play.
That's really too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive and focused on his finishes.
Here's Walker. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
No hesitation at all right there. Just right up against a much bigger defender.
Man, and I love that fearlessness, that aggressive attitude. Boy, I love watching guys play with that kind of abandon and freedom, Greg. It's a beautiful thing, man.
And look, rightfully disappointed with how they've played here over the course of this run.
Yeah, you know, they haven't looked good at all here lately. Something has to change for him. We'll see what he's got coming out of the timeout.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hey, Kevin, well, I was able to listen in on the Kings head coach during that last timeout. He was propping his guys up for their defensive pressure, saying, listen, the pressure you put on them has been fantastic. Keep pestering them, keep forcing turnovers, and we'll be in a great position to win this thing.
Collison kicks to Walker. And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
You know, something that's floating around in the sports world and in the NBA is reseeding after the playoffs start. And for those of you who may not understand the situation, it's simply saying that no matter what, it would play the lower seeded team, however you get to those numbers.
The kick out to Collison. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one.
You know, he almost pulled the trigger on that possession, but recognized that there was a better option. That's what we mean by playing for your teammates.
And with that whole concept of playoff reseeding, so often we'll see a 2nd or 3rd seed team get a 6th or 7th seed team in the 2nd round. Meanwhile, Greg, the top seed plays the 4th seed no matter what.
You know, I think in a few cases it would have made a major difference in how the playoffs would have played out. And quite frankly, I think it also puts more value on the regular season if that number 1 seed could play a 7th seed, if you will, in the 2nd round. So I think that's something that the commissioner and the competition committee might want to reassess.
Collison against Kid Gilchrist. Screen by Jefferson. From the line. And he overshot that one, missing.
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and force that miss.
That's example number 1 of why he is such a strong defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation.
Randall dishes to Embiid. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. And it's the Hornets ball. A big stretch here going 10-2. Russell against Walker. They get the rebound. Hands broke. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Checking out the game Tyler Hansbrough is having. 9 points, and he's added to his totals by picking up 3 points at the line as well.
Yeah, that'll balance out that stat sheet nicely. I mean, you always want to see at least a few points from the free throw line. Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the 2nd, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line. And looking at Joel Embiid, he has all the tools to be the game's next great center. He's raw, no doubt about that. And he'll have to overcome the injuries, but his combination of side speed, agility, practically unparalleled.
Regarding Joel Embiid, what makes him even that much more unique as a young 7-footer, excellent shot mechanics and a feathery touch. In college at Kansas, he shot Greg 63% for the floor. Many of those were face-up jumpers.
And as the season wore on, he became money at the free throw line as well. Those are the kinds of unique attributes that make him an extra scary prospect.
Russell with a wide-open look, drains the three-pointer. And the Kings lead by 9.
He's been a different guy here in the 2nd half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Jefferson down low, guarded by Embiid, and it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. Six to shoot. Batum for 3. Here's Hansbrough. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Kings leading now by 7. Russell with it. He's picked up by Walker. Randall a screen on Walker. Here's Russell. An easy layup after coming off the pit. Russell's got 7 now in this quarter.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Out of hand on it, and the whistle stops gameplay. It's not a clean block shot, instead a shooting foul, and we'll see free throws coming up right here.
And watching Al Jefferson over the years, he can be dominant and be efficient in doing it. For all the points he's piled up, he's always been around a 50% shooter. And for all the times he's handled the ball, his turnover rate is relatively low. So that's giving your team good quality possession.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Talking about Jefferson, it's not just his efficiency with the scoring. He's efficient, Clark, with his time on the floor. He's always producing a block shot here, a steal there, of course. All the rebounds. He covers every base.
Yeah, the data analytics folks rely on percentages to measure efficiency. But just as important as overall production per minutes played, Big Al excels there.
From 12 feet out, and Embiid with the block. The drive by Russell. Embiid, no good. Hornets trail by 8. From 12 feet out, it's rebounded by Kid Gilchrist. Kid Gilchrist has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Embiid. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. 21 points for Joel Embiid.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket. Yeah, it's got to be concerned with all the missed shots here. And every team goes through cold streaks. You just got to figure out a way to stay productive.
And the best way to do that when you're missing shots is to get to the foul line. Be aggressive, get to the foul line, and knock down some of those freebies, and the tide can turn for you.
Jefferson inside. Embiid's there, and the rejection by Embiid. 11 feet away, and there are the Kings with another bucket.
Really a good job recognizing the mismatch, just going up for the shot with that huge height advantage on that possession.
Dishes it to Jefferson, and the rejection by Embiid. And it was not a clean block. Whistle blows and a foul on the defender here. It's a shooting foul, so free throws will be coming up.
And for Big Al Jefferson, he's been a great player in this league, but he hasn't played on that many great teams, and he's never made an all-star team. Hard to imagine.
Both free throws good from Al Jefferson. And for Al Jefferson, never making an all-star team, he's got the numbers on offense to get him there. People just feel he's probably, what, Clark, one-dimensional?
Well, you know, even though the All-Star game has no defense for the most part, you usually need to play a little bit up D to have a chance to get there. Some great play by Joel Embiid tonight. He's got 10 rebounds and 7 big-time blocks. He's piling up the rejections to go along with the tremendous work he's done on the glass.
It's been about the paint and the way he's been able to control it all game long.
And Embiid drops them both. Hornets trail by 12. Down low, here's Hansbrough. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Here's Randall, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no lying in those totals.
Batum wide open, he fires. Off target with the open look.
Yeah, and that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided.
Yeah, and they've been on the winning end. I mean, effort is one thing you can always control in addition to attitude. I would credit this lead to force of will.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Kings.
Clark, what do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
Simply field goal percentage. They shot the ball much better than the opponent.
And when it's all said and done here, this will mark their 38th W on the year.
They simply refuse to let their opponent off the hook in either game of this season series. That's why they're going to finish the year with a record of 2-0 against the Hornets.
It's a long season, and you always need role players to step up and help out, and that was the case here. Everything was working for Embiid. You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards.
Jefferson with some nice D. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Guys, untidy. You've got to value the possession of the basketball.
Simply put, out of control is how they've played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Here's Kid Gilchrist, and that one's good.
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win, and send this crowd home happy.
Yeah, you know, it was a real solid performance for them in a lot of areas.